4 on Schoology, but for number 4 we're actually going to go back and look at some of number 3, and this one is just on video, so it's just notes. There are 3 things that can happen. We can have a point whenever we get a solution, and that means that our lines cross. Our lines could be parallel and there would be no solution, or our lines could be in the exact same spot, which means there are so many solutions, we call that infinite solutions. So those are the 3 things that can happen. And I wanted to show you what that looks like with numbers. It's easy to see with the pictures. So on B, when we plugged in and we got our plug-in step, this is going to give you a sneak peek of what's coming next. We plugged in, and then we actually have to simplify it. When a number is next to the parentheses, that means multiply. And so 3 times 3 is 9, and then I copy everything else down, and I'm solving, and these are my solving steps, and I get that y equals 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that 3 in the y spot, and then I go back to the first equation that I had, and I'm going to plug in that 3 in the y spot. And so 3 times 3 gives you 9 for that x value. And so for B, you get a point, which means those lines cross. And so that is going to be the answer for B. The second thing that can happen is going to show you the results from C. So we take the equation that we got up here, and we actually do the steps again, which means that I would take that negative and I would distribute it. So that looks like this, negative 2x and minus 6. Then when you combine like terms, 2x's minus 2x's zero out. That's why I did the slash through those. And what we're left with is a negative 6 equals 2. Is negative 6 equal to 2? No, absolutely not. So if you get something that looks weird like that, the answer means no solution. There's no possible number that you can plug in to show where the lines cross, and that's this one right here. No solution means that the lines are actually parallel. And then the third solution, the third thing that can happen is right here when we plug in our y equals 2x minus 3, we plug in that 2x minus 3 in the y spot. We again simplify by we don't actually need those parentheses anymore, so we can drop those, and then we combine like terms. 2x's minus 2x's zero out, so that's again why they're crossed off this way. And we have a negative 3 and a negative 3. Does negative 3 equal negative 3? Yes, it does. So if it equals, that means that everything is a possible solution, and that looks like this, where it is actually the same line. And that, let me catch up to what we did. No solution was C, and infinite solutions was that last one that we just talked about, D. Please put those answers, drag and drop those answers in Schoology, and we will continue actually learning how to do